Hello there, and good day, mate. I'm just back from Australia to pick me up a pair of wily, whimsical wallabies and a couple cozy, kindly koalas. But hey, it's time for grammar grab bag. So let's see what we've got for today. Alliteration. Need my trusty dictionary in A. There it is. Alliteration. The repetition of initial sounds in adjacent words or syllables. Like when I said wily, whimsical wallabies. Well, listen to the alliterations as Roger points out the letters in our story for today, Alexander and Anderson's Animal Alliterations. Story and pictures by Cathy. Video and special effects by Roger. Zelda and Zebediah Zane bought a zoo. They invited their twin grandsons, Alexander and Anderson, to help them think of names to paint on the signs for each of the animals. Zelda was partial to alliteration. She had named her children Zachary, Zoe, Zeke, Zinnia, Zacchaeus, Zarina, Zorana, and Zizi. She listened to simple, soulful songs. She ate fancy, flavorful food. She drove a cream-colored car carefully, and she read beautifully bound books. When naming the animals in her zoo, the names had to start with the same letter as the animal. She thought of Monica the moody monkey and Horace the happy horse, but she came up empty on the rest of the animals. That's why she asked her grandsons to help. The twin boys were quite clever and very smart, each with voluminous vocabulary. She knew they could come up with numerous, new, nice, nifty, notable, novel, natural, necessary, needed names. The boys were ready for the challenge. They walked through the zoo discussing their ideas and writing them down. The first several came easy, like Tyler the terrific tiger and Chelsea the chattering cheetah. Anderson proposed names matching how the animal acted, like Sam the slithering snake and Kenny the kicking kangaroo. Alexander offered silly names like Slade the slobbering sloth and Terry the toe-tapping turtle. In the exotic bird sanctuary, Anderson suggested Flanders the flabbergasted flamingo. Why flabbergasted? Alexander asked. Because it's astounding how their knees bend backward. But it's not really their knees, it's actually their ankles, Anderson answered. Then he asked, I was wondering why you named Laura the long-living lobster. Oh, well, did you know that lobsters can live up to 60 years, posed Alexander. No, I did not know that, said Anderson. There were a couple that the boys disagreed on as to the best name. Alexander declared, I like Agnes the angry anteater. No, that's not right, Anderson said. I prefer Anna the amazing anteater. Okay, his brother relented. At the barnyard section, they listed Randy the raving rooster, Cathy the corny cow, and Penelope the pungent pig. But when they came to the goat, Anderson expressed, how about Gertrude the groaning goat? You've got to be kidding, moaned Alexander. Better to use Glenda the grinning goat. That does sound better, Anderson agreed. They were both stumped on what to name the bear. The only name they could think of was Beulah. Both boys agreed that was unacceptable. Thinking hard, Alexander remembered. A girl in my class is named Beverly. That could work, said Anderson. Beverly the beautiful bear. Alexander smiled and said, I think we're done. Let's go tell Grandma and Grandpa. The boys ran to share their ideas with their grandparents. They took turns reading the names on their list. Larry the leaping lion, Geraldine the gorgeous giraffe, Edward the enormous elephant, Harry the hysterical hyena, Peggy the peculiar penguin, Patrick the poky porcupine, Oscar the optimistic otter, and Sally the sleek seal. Those are excellent choices. I knew you two would do a nice job, their grandpa said, winking at his wife. You have one more name, their grandmother said. The two boys looked at each other and replied, but we've named all the animals. There are none left. What did we forget? Why, the name of the zoo, of course, she replied. That's easy, said the twins. Zelda and Zebediah, Zesty, Zippy, Zany Zoo. The end. Until next time.